back to Let's Play Tales of Xillia. Last time we fought on the battleship, we broke down the devices that were keeping us from getting to the center of the ship, and possibly now we are going to face Gilland. So, I'm excited. I'm interested to see where this goes, because this isn't the actual end of the game, but it's a very tumultuous point. Is that Gilland? And that's the Lance of Kresnik, I believe. Why are you slaughtering spirits whole
What a pleasant
cloth?
surprise. How considerate of you to deliver Maxwell right to me.
You haven't been paying
Tell me,
attention.
Alfred Vincent, why is it that you have betrayed us?
It's simple. Because the truth is, I've always despised you.
I see. So you're prepared to spend the rest of your life in Riza Maxia?
Like that matters to me.
I feel like there's a way to get back across without having to destroy things. I guess I would once again be required to know how they got it over here in the first place.
How'd you do that?
Celsius?
I didn't feel any spirits die. What's going on?
Eat this!
There it is! It's that spirit again!
Well, Celsius... I still feel like Celsius is a spirit from the other world.
I see, so you're Maxwell. You look quite a bit different now.
What
Be
the...
quiet. Who told you to speak?
Dude.
Yes, Master.
What the heck was that? Why are you taking orders from that big jerk?
It's only natural for tools to obey their wielders.
The only tool here is you!
I was really hoping it would be a
Spirits are
different...
supposed to
Like,
live in harmony.
there was a weird equilibrium that had been found out in the time since, but obviously
She's
not.
Hardly your garden variety type spirit. She's actually a spyrite.
What?
A spirit made from a Spirix?
We used boosters to recreate the spirit Celsius from the spirit fossil in which she lay dormant. She is the physical manifestation of a spirit art itself.
Interesting.
So now you're using the spyrite's mana to perform arts?
And that's why she's a tool. Does it all make sense now?
How could you? You're despicable! So that's why you took T-Bow's data? How could you do that to him?
Little lady, I need to personally thank you.
Wait,
for
this
that.
is
You
built from
told us
T-Bow's data?
Precisely how to give birth to the spyrites, and how to turn Riza Maxia into energy. I take it those aren't tears of joy, little lady.
I am really going to enjoy beating this guy into the pavement.
I thought the curtain closed on your career long ago. Why insist on an encore even now?
Because the
I'll have
crowd
you know
demanded
that
it.
I'm as stubborn as my king, Gilland. And I'm not about to forgive you for toying with his life.
We won't lose to you. No way!
Is that supposed to frighten me? You really should know your place, boy.
Dude, I've beaten 2 kings so
You don't
far.
have the power or ambition to make good on such threats.
You, of all people, have no right to talk of power or ambition. What do you know? You use them both for your twisted objectives.
I have little interest at all in continuing this conversation. But answer this one question. Do you know the difference between you and Jude?
As if I care.
Jude's not going to die soon.
And that's exactly what makes you a fool.
The lance is spooling up to absorb more mana. Come, Maxwell. I'll allow you to live. However... the rest of you will die.
I will protect all in Riza Maxia, people and spirits alike.
Let's do
That's
this.
it, Gilland. This madness ends right now.
I'm probably going to get like destroyed in 2 seconds, aren't I?
No fear.
It's time I got rid of you once and for all.
Funny. I was just thinking the same thing.
I won't let you run after.
Out of our way!
Here, wait! Jude's right. We should not underestimate Celsius.
This is my ultimate creation. Taste true power and die.
So she's got... Oh, Gilland's a low. She's weak to fire, she's weak to earth.
Face absolute zero.
They're not linked as far as I can tell, so maybe I shouldn't be starting with Celsius. I was kind of working on the assumption that it didn't really matter who I started with because they were linked.
From Lincoln. Let's end it.
Conserve our strength.
Face absolute zero.
Will you please do your thing? Oh, she ran out of... Okay, I definitely need to worry about her TP usage. I didn't have to worry about Jude's before. Okay, so they're definitely not... Okay, can I please get my character back? Thank you.
Time to end this. Poison
You go ahead and pineapple yourself.
Let's go!
Alright. He's got less hit points. Alright, this is going better.
Face absolute zero.
You didn't do it. Milla, you didn't do it. Milla, you were supposed to do it. That. You're not getting away.
Please wake up.
There we go. All right, here we go again. He's gonna get tired of getting hit by that, but he shouldn't be weak to earth if he doesn't like it. Oh, she was trying to run in to save him. Here we go again. He's down to 16. You'd better go ahead and... Oh, damn. That sucked. Okay, go ahead and pineapple gel Milla. She's just about to need it. Never mind. Milla, pineapple gel yourself. We are just about to go in.
Let's go!
Missed it. God damn. I keep trying to, like, move up into it and it doesn't quite work. Ow.
Face absolute zero.
I'll cover. I got your back. Tag team.
Here we go. One more time. Can I move now? Jeebus.
Let's go!
Here we go, finally. Welcome to Maxwell. How do I look now?
Face absolute zero.
Go, Tipo! Sharing is caring.
Let's wrap this up.
To a certain degree, this is Alvin's fight, so it is kind of correct that he be allowed to be here.
Stay on guard.
God dang it, what arts can Alvin play with? That's it? We've just about won, but you know what? Let's not take any chances.
Not yet.
There she goes. Alright, one shot. That's not bad.
The great spirits.
The power of spyrite.
Doesn't matter. Gilland's ambitions end here.
Thank God. Freaking abusive jerk person. Sinkstone and Affinity Stone. I will take those. 15,000 experience, 15,000 gold.
That wasn't too bad.
All right!
Alright, not bad.
I can't stop! I want to get stronger! You can
There's
totally
always
do
room
it!
for improvement.
Poor Rowan.
So this is experience.
It's just because I didn't actually ever bring Rowan in, like, at all. I should have.
No, not now. Not when we've finally created a spyrite. Damn it.
So this obviously puts a big hole in my theory about Celsius being one of the spirits from the other world.
The outside to boost your influence. What's the point in making these spyrites or whatever you call them?
Spyrites are different from Spyrix devices. They allow us to wield incredible power without consuming spirits. Olympius is overflowing with people and technology, and we need spyrites to sustain ourselves.
What are you talking about?
Then why'd you come here?
As spirits have become scarce, so has the mana in Olympius. Our world is now doomed to fade away.
So they came here and found the technology to sustain themselves, but they were still just like slaughtering spirits
So that is
wholesale.
why you implemented the Otherworld reactor plan.
But it's your fault. For getting hooked on Spyrix to begin with, now you have to live with the consequences.
But if spyrites become commonplace, the people of Olympius will have all the mana they need.
Which again, why are you just
For that,
destroying spirits?
You were the ones who chose to rely on Spyrix 2,000 years ago.
That wasn't me!
Hey, are you okay?
My death is not going to change the face of Risa Maxia.
It said face, but it's not like it said face.
Our plan can proceed so long as the schism exists. Everything you've done is for nothing.
And Celsius is gone too? Because it sounds like that spyrite technology is what Elysium needs.
Perhaps that was the price he had to pay for using Celsius.
It was a high price to pay, even for that much power.
I'll be taking this back. Galendor Yul Savent. Goodbye, Uncle.
Uncle? That's a thing.
Has everything been settled now?
You just missed it.
This doesn't feel right. Not at all.
Yeah, you wanted to
Must abandon
just...
their plans. They must be forced to, for the sake of Risa Maxia.
Right.
There are some revelations here I'm not entirely comfortable with, and I will talk about them as soon as the scene ends. Oh, the four are still around.
Good to see you all again.
Well, that is unexpected. So how many times did the Lance of Kriznek fire, and it didn't actually consume the four?
Even you won't interfere here. I'll destroy it.
This feels very close. Where does the game go from here? Because I can't be done yet.
How is this art?
It hurts! Make it stop!
Did Gilland set a trap for us?
Come on! Use your arts for crying out loud!
I can't! It's far too powerful!
Is that Shadow?
This is
nothing I can't handle. I'll break through this heart.
God dang it, Gaius.
Break through?
Break on through.
Use the Lance of Kresnik. It has the power to dispel arts.
But that's going to kill a whole lot of spirits.
That's true.
Can we even do that? Isn't it out of mana?
If everybody here can just focus their mana into the lands, then maybe...
Oh.
So you're saying we should willingly give that thing power?
Yeah, unfortunately, Alvin sure can't help with that.
The death of us.
We're dead either way. We have no choice.
Are the four going to sacrifice to do this? Because it feels a little bit too... Like, we can't just... She can't have access to the four. It completely nullifies the rest of the game. I don't really want them to die either.
Damn it! Hurry up already! I can't take it anymore!
Now, Maxwell, activate the lance.
This is extreme because the lance is an abomination that Maxwell hates with all of her being. What is this art that even Maxwell is humbled by?
There is no need for everyone to risk their lives.
Wait, what? Don't do it! No, you can't do this!
What are you doing? Aren't you supposed to stick around to help protect the world? There are still so many things left you need to do.
With the schism gone, Exodus's plan will come to an end.
I still don't even know what this art
Isn't
is.
that right?
What?
Gaius, how many people are going to die in order to, like, allow you to continue your plans? Because this is the second time Gaius has watched someone die.
I want you to win! But not if that means losing you!
Let it go.
What are you doing? I have to save her! Can't you see? Milla's gonna kill herself! Don't do this! Please!
Once again, I find myself a little bit in disbelief because they haven't... This is just like some problem that came out of nowhere, and we're supposed to believe that
This can't...
only the lance can get past it?
Milla? Don't do it!
Please reconsider!
You can't do this! Milla... If you leave us, then what? You can't!
You will be fine without me. Farewell. Goodbye, Jill.
She can't actually die, can she? She's one of the two... Like... I mean, the people that weren't playing this one would have nowhere to play after this. Okay, I have a lot to talk about. Oh my gosh, my brain's kind of filling up with everything that I want to say. Okay, I was just... She can't die. I do have a bad feeling the four are gone, though.
Milla!
What does it even mean if Milla dies? Won't she just come back? Because she's actually a spirit. This is just her human form, right? She just have to go through 20 years of development to be a human again. Watch her be the new Milla. She just like comes in and takes over from Milla and has the exact same moveset. Wow, but how can Milla die? This is... I am so confused right now. Sure, I'll save my progress. Okay, and now that I've saved my progress, let me speak. Alright? I can already tell people are getting, you know, a little bit annoyed with how, like, non-emotional I am about this scene, but there's a lot of... There's a lot of questions that this scene is making me come up with. Number one, Gilland left some sort of super art that would trigger whenever the Four tried to use their power against the Lance of Kresnik. One, how did he do that if he can't use arts himself? I realized that he could have used Spyrix or even had Celsius set something up, but even then Celsius is a spirit at the level of the Four. How could an art that powerful exist? You know, and I don't necessarily want that question answered. I'm just, as I'm watching that scene, I'm just like, whenever you've got a massive credible threat, you need to establish it beforehand, because otherwise I'm just like, I have a hard time really feeling worried and, you know, deep compassion, you know, for what Milla and the group is going through, when it's just sort of like the threat came out of nowhere. And it's just, it feels very plotty, if that makes sense. The second question I have, when I'm watching that whole thing, is... Again, I need to understand more, and I'm sure this will come later, but I need to understand more about the schism and how it was created, because it seems like what happened is that Maxwell was the Lord of Spirits in Olympius, or I can't remember what the dang thing's name was, but the other world, and the other world began, and there were spirits there, and there were humans there, and then humans invented Spyrix. And started, you know, enslaving and killing off spirits in order to fuel their technology. And Milla doubtlessly tried in order to, like, mediate, but the humans just wouldn't listen to her and just kept becoming more and more aggressive in their uses of the Spyrix. So Milla cast the schism and moved all of the spirit energy into Reyes Maxia. And just said, you know what, if they're basically declaring war against spirits, then I'm going to end the war right here. There were still some spirit fossils that humanity, you know, lived off of for the next 2,000 years, but eventually they had to come to Reyes Maxia because they were just running out of power. And if that's the case, then the whole, you know, Milla being willing to sacrifice herself in order to save her friends is very touching and very big of her, considering, you know, she's got this indomitable desire and this indomitable thing that she has to fix. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't really understand. It feels like this is a problem that was created by the fact that the way she handled the original problem. You know, there's just a lot of things that don't make sense to me. One, if they invented the, you know, new type, Celsius type spirit that they can use in the other world, it sounds almost identical to the way spirits are used by these humans. Couldn't, you know, I feel like this could be worked out without anyone dying, but we haven't even necessarily though granted, we didn't even know that necessarily until Gilland was already dead. But even then, I feel like I don't know a lot about what happened, although based on what I know, it does seem like Milla didn't do anything wrong. It's funny, I keep looking for Milla to be sort of the source of all this, because there's so much she's not telling me about what happened back then, but based on all the information I have, it does certainly seem like Milla seemed to have done everything she could have to avoid war, and then war found her here in Reyes Maxia. The other thing that I want... Oh my gosh. I'm very, very, very perplexed and confused with the idea that Milla could be dead. Or at least temporarily dead. I still... Just because someone could have been using her the whole game and then all of a sudden have to figure out how the hell to use Jude. You know? And it's like... I won't have a problem, but other people sure would. Unless... And I feel like... If you were on Milla's side, sure, they could split off and have a solo adventure with Milla, but it would be such a letdown after that scene. That scene needs to leave the question of whether she's alive open for a bit. I don't believe there's any possibility that she's dead, but I think the scene doesn't work at all if they just immediately start up with Milla again. So, lots of things I don't know. Lots of things I'm very curious to find out. And lots of things I'm spitballing at. The other thing, I meant to talk about this earlier. Someone did ask me what I thought about the individual members of the Chimeriad. To be honest, Zhao and Wingle seem super interesting. I love Zhao's character, and I love, the whole protectorate yet adversary relationship he had with Elise. And Wingle, as a rival to Gaius, is a super interesting relationship. And you can see that he's fiercely loyal, but at the same time, at the same time, you just have a feeling that eventually he will challenge Gaius as soon as Gaius acts in a way that strays from being, the best king for all of the people. Other than that, though, Agria and the cat, I forget her name, both of them are super one-dimensional characters, and that bothers me. The cat has some sort of relationship with Alvin and is sexy. And that's really the best read I have on her right now. And Agria is just fucking crazy. I remember when she first got introduced, someone referred to her as Zars, or whatever the guy in Vesperia was, and frankly, yeah, that's just... Agria is a person that wants to kill people, and that seems to be her whole character. So, that is significantly problematic, in my opinion. But, we will be ending the episode here. I'm going to have to leave this on a big cliffhanger about what happened to Milla and whether or not she's still around. I hope she is. I have to believe that they wouldn't just straight up kill her, but I don't really know. I have had Tales games surprise me before, and that scene seemed fairly definitive. For a split second, I actually wondered if I had somehow reached the end of the game way before I thought I would be reaching the end of the game. But then obviously it had me saved, so no. And I'm glad. I'm not ready to be finished with this game yet. So, thanks for being here, everyone. I will see you in the next one, and yeah, we will find out... Oh my god. It's... part of me is pretty sorry for not really not getting emotional over these scenes, but I've talked before, if they were actually going to kill Milla off, and I'm in no way convinced that's what happened, but they would have needed to handle it differently. The thing that requires someone to kill themselves can't be a surprise. It can't be something that just randomly shows up and then someone decides they have to kill themselves and sacrifice themselves in order to protect the others from the random thing that just showed up. Because I don't even know what that art was. And so I have no way of gauging its power, so I have no way of gauging whether or not Milla's sacrifice was even necessary, if that makes sense. So, anyway, I'm rambling now. I feel bad because I'm so logical, I get non-emotional at times, and there are definitely games that I've played that have emotional moments that caught me off guard and just really, really got to me. But this one, I can't get emotional if I'm confused. And this scene confused me. I kept having to analyze it, and if I'm analyzing it, I can't feel it, if that makes sense. But anyway, I will see you all next time. I know I've said that like 3 or 4 times. I keep wanting... so many questions.